Hey there, and welcome to another episode of your favorite libertarian. Today's episode, we are going to be doing some science. We're going to be testing how this sounds suppressed and unsuppressed. If you're wondering what this is my 10.5-inch Aero Precision setup, full playlist up here in the card above, and full playlist on the suppressor in one of those areas as well. If you want to check those out, click on those, watch all those videos in the series, and then come right back here and we'll continue talking about what this sounds like suppressed and unsuppressed. We're going to be heading to the range in a few seconds in this video, so stay tuned. We'll test that out, give you an idea of what the sound difference is, and we'll also be testing out some buffer weights. We had in previous videos just the carbine buffer in there, and to make the ejection pattern less aggressive, we're going to be trying out at the beginning of this video in the shooting footage the H1 buffer, and then later we'll switch to the H2 buffer just to see if we can get that ejection pattern less aggressive. I'll also be shooting my M&P Optics Ready full size M2.0. But with no further ado, let's head on over to the range and have some fun. Now let's see that back to back. Now let's test out some buffers. First up, here's some footage of us shooting with the H1 buffer. It's still slightly forward of perpendicular to the bolt, as you can see in the slow-mo footage. Next, we'll try the H2 buffer and see how that works out for us. This is much better. Doesn't look that pronounced in the video, but it is actually spitting those out perpendicular to the bolt, so we're getting a lot closer to that sweet spot. I don't think I'd want to do much more than this, because then you start getting into affecting the reliability. And now for some fun with the M&P Optics Ready Full Size 2.0! Time to dust off the cobwebs. Touching each other. Nice. After range report. As far as our findings went, we did find that shooting this suppressed made it quieter than shooting it unsuppressed. Shocking revelations in today's range day. We also saw that the buffers did help and they did make a difference. Originally, the buffer that we had in here was the carbine buffer, and the ejection pattern was probably right about here. Then we went to the H1 and it was about there, and then we went to the H2 and we're about here, which is good. That's what we want. We don't want to go much farther than that, to the point where we're making it less reliable and having feeding issues and gassing issues. I'm good with that. I'm happy with that. I'm also happy with the performance of this suppressor on something that is this short. This is a 10.5-inch AR pistol. This is a really loud gun. I'm glad that I'm able to quell that a little bit with this suppressor and still have it be a somewhat wieldable length, right? This is brace all the way out, and the suppressor on a 10.5-inch gun. Also, one of the things that I noticed, and might be something that I'll switch out to mitigate in the future, when I was shooting faster in previous videos and in this video, when I was shooting faster, I noticed that there was a little bit of gas in this. I could kind of smell it near the charging handle, and this is just the mil-spec charging handle. There's nothing special about this handle. There's no gas mitigation or gas breaking qualities to a mil-spec charging handle. For 20 bucks, you probably shouldn't expect that. So I might switch this to the Aero Precision breech charging handle that I have for another setup that I'm working on. It's an 18-inch setup with the scope. It's going to be pretty sweet, so stay tuned for that. That'll be in the somewhat near future that I'll be working on that. If I do switch it out, it'll probably be for that, because it's an Aero product. I kind of want to keep this all Aero. I just like having everything match. And I also am an Aero Precision affiliate. So if you want to buy any of the stuff that you see in this setup, or that I will be having in my future build, most of that is Aero or Ballistic Advantage. I have affiliate links for both of those. If you want to help support the channel, click those links. That would really help out. I will say though, I don't pull any punches with any of my affiliates. You know about the issues that I had with this upper in previous videos in this series. I don't care if it loses ad revenue or affiliates or whatever. I think probably one of the reasons that people like working with me is they know they're getting honest feedback on their products. Oh, also I should note that none of this stuff was provided to me for free. I paid for all of it out of my own money. All that aside, I think this system works really well now, and the only thing I'm going to tweak is probably the charging handle, and then I need to figure out a way to add a sling to this. The Q Sling Devil might be an option, because there's like a little tiny hole here on both sides of this tab. This is for a bayonet lug, but you can't really fit a bayonet on here. But I might be able to fit some paracord through here and use that sling mounting option. I want it to be as far out as I can, because that's how I like to run my slings. And then there's a QD spot right here. So if I could figure out a way to do that and add a sling, that'd be great. Not only because this is my home defense setup, but because I'll probably be running this in some classes in the future and want to have a sling for that as well. If you have any questions, let me know. If you have any suggestions on the sling stuff or different charging handles, let me know that as well in the comment section below. If you like this video, you found it helpful in your purchasing decisions, leave a like, it really helps. And as always, thanks for watching, stay free, God bless.
Up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah.